Did that hit? Punk ass Kevin. Yeah! Alright, guys. We are going to get started. We're going to cut the rob2e theme courtesy of Leroon from Fantasy Grounds College short just a bit. We are going to switch over to the video recording where you will see what I see on my screen. And welcome everybody to Sunday night. It is 6 p.m. Pacific time, and it is the All Things Fantasy Grounds talk show. I have my co-host here, Leroon. How are you, sir?
Doing well. Just got done eating dinner, hanging out on the rob2e channel, and I just got done teaching a whole buttload of classes this weekend.
Excellent. Yes, anybody who hasn't taken classes at FGC, you should get over there and take them. Even if you think you know everything about Fantasy Grounds, you can always learn something new, and I suggest taking them from the man himself if you can. Little programming note here before we get started. Our other co-host, Furied Fate, is feeling under the weather this evening, so she will not be with us for this show. We just found out recently that she's sick, so we hope she feels better. You know, isn't too fuck Furied Fate. No, I'm just kidding. So we won't see her tonight. And before we get started, guys, just a disclaimer for the show: All Things Fantasy Grounds talk show is meant to teach and help, but the opinions stated by Leroon and myself tonight do not express opinions from Smiteworks USA LLC or Fantasy Grounds. This is not an official show. This is just our little thing that we like to do. And this is show number 35, if you can believe it.
Wow.
So welcome, everybody. We're going to give away a lot of prizes tonight, and we're going to start right now.
Prizes right off the bat.
Prizes right off the bat. You can't even mess around. So let's show. Grimlore has donated 6 prizes tonight. He's got 3 different things he wants to give away. This is epic characters for Fantasy Grounds. Here's a screenshot of it. So I'm going to put it in the raffle bot right now, and we're going to get it going. So this is going to be a keyword, and we'll make the keyword to start off Grim. And the item is called Epic Characters. Yes. I believe this is this the one that takes the one from levels 21 to 30? It might be. We'll check that. So let me put a 5-minute timer on, and keyword raffle Grim. Okay, we'll get it started. So guys, if you want a shot at this, it is a DM's Guild Fantasy Grounds module by Grimlore Entertainment. The keyword is Grim, so exclamation GRIM will get you in if I start it, duh. And this is well, let's see let's see what the explanation. A supplement containing progression, yeah, from 21st to 30th level for D&D 5e rule set. So I believe all 12 classes, and fuck, I want this. What the hell? How come can I win? What's up?
Yeah, these guys are lucky because I paid for it.
Yeah, it's $12, so you guys can win, and we're going to give away another copy of this tonight, and then 2 copies of 2 different things. So a total of 6 prizes, and then if I get crazy and throw in other stuff, we will, but we got enough. So here's what we're here to talk about tonight. What are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about those chat economies.
All right, so we are going to talk about chat economies. So when you watch my channel, here on channel rob2e, there are 3 economies in the chat. So one of those economies is gold pieces, and that is handled by DeepBot. So this is the bot that I use for the contest. It's got all the commands in the chat, not all of them, but most of them. The commands that run are there, and you know, when you, like, say for example, if you type in exclamation rob2e, that puts a link to the website. So there's I don't know how many, 50 or 60 commands in here, and the probably the most important one is the commands. The commands command, which will give you 2 things. It'll give you something for GatherBot, which we'll talk about in a little while, but it'll also send you the website and show you all of these commands that you can do. So there is gold piece economies in the chat that are run by DeepBot. Now, gold pieces are used for things like the roulette game, also the crawl, and a couple of other interactive things that are here on the bot. And gold pieces can't be really spent on anything, but you can convert your gold pieces into XP, which is what we're going to talk about next. So you can use them to gamble, you can mess around with them, you can do all kinds of stuff, but then mostly what you want to do is convert those into XP, because those you can spend, and we're going to get into that. So if you guys have questions about gold pieces, how you find out how many you have is you type in the chat !GP like that. And like I have 348, but that's because I usually go through and I nerf all the bots and I nerf myself. Whenever I think about it, I go put myself at 0. And that's so that when you look at the rankings, I don't want to be on the rankings because I want other people's names to be on there. So I see that a couple of you are checking your gold, so good. And then I believe, is it top 10? Is that a thing? Maybe it's top 5. Yeah, so top 5 will give you Celestian, Joe Numbers, Justinian, Gwydion, and Bofferin are the top 5 and those are the people that have gold pieces. Now on the bot, on my bot here, I can go look and I can go to the user database and I can see just the people who are in the chat right now, and I can rank them and see like the DM, the almighty DM, which is the bot itself. I'm going to take that. I'm going to remove points, 39,000, because we don't want that at the top.
No.
And then you see Celestian has the most, and then Zeb plays games, and then Nightbot. Let's get rid of the Nightbots ones. Remove points, 6,000. And then McClancy's next, and then Nebbiolo. So I believe the top 5 might be not by gold pieces, but by... Oh, yeah, it is. So wait a minute. Did that work then? Oh, but it also... It counts people who are not online as well. So if they're not in the chat right now, these are only people that are in the chat. Anyway, so it's all kept track of here, and this thing knows how many times you've given bits, how many times you've subbed, how many times you've donated. It knows all kinds of stuff. How many times you've if when you followed and all that stuff. So like for example, we were looking at this before the show. Corvette has the most. He's subbed 13 months in a row, followed by Stooner, which is 11, followed by FGC Leroon, which is 10. Hello, FGC Leroon, what's up?
Yep.
So anyway, that's DeepBot, guys. That cost me $5 a month, and it's worth it because it keeps all the rankings, and it keeps the thing that when you type in what your rank is, which is !rank, and it gives you a monster title. Otherwise, it just gives you like a number or whatever. It's not that exciting. So DeepBot's pretty cool, and that's what gives you gold pieces. Now, how you can convert your gold pieces into XP is with the convert command. So you would type !convert space, and then the number of gold you want to change into XP. Now, there has to be a minimum of 500, and you can only do it once a day. And the reason that I nerf it for once a day and that it's a minimum of 500 is I have to manually do each one of those. So if you type that in your chat and you're giving me a job, I have to go and I have to convert it. So Leroon, why don't you do that, and I'll show people what I have to do when that happens.
Okay, I just did a command. It said !convert space 500.
Okay, and did it go through?
I can't tell. It didn't give me a feedback from it. So
okay,
maybe it did.
So let's find out. Normally I get a ding in my ear, but I might not have that turned on. So let's go look at it. Stream elements. I might have to. Okay,
I may not have enough.
No, it didn't go through, and you can still do it even if you don't have the gold pieces, because it's just a command. It doesn't actually, nothing happens. It just sends me a message. So now I see that Stobert did it, and see, so nothing is happening. So basically, we have to find out why that is. Why
it's 5,000.
Is it not working?
Damn.
So you did it under Fantasy Grounds College, right? Okay, so you have 2,400.
So 500 should have done it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
it's redeem.
Oh, my
Okay.
bad. Fuck. Yeah. So the command is convert, but you have to type in exclamation
Yep.
redeem and then convert 500. Right? Is that what you have
There
to
you
do?
go. Yeah. So refresh your page and see if it shows up yet.
Yeah. So there it is, right there.
Okay.
So the reason that you have to use redeem is because that's it. Convert won't work by itself. So then and you guys can know that you've done it correctly when it puts a message in the chat saying, "Hey, I see that you've done this. I see you redeemed it." So
Yep.
like Stobert 87 did it for 5,000. Okay, so
Wow.
here's what I do. Now the first thing I have to do is I have to go check to see if you have these points. So now I go to Deepbot and I go to Fantasy Grounds College, and you do have 500. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to remove 500 points from you. That you'll see that in the Twitch chat. Sometimes people see that and they freak out and they go, "Why are you taking points away from me?" Well, I'm not taking them away, I'm converting them. Now I have to copy your name. I have to go to the leaderboard. I have to give points, put your name, and then 500. And now you have 500 more XP than you did before. Now I have to go back to the leaderboard, to the stream store and redemptions, and I have to acknowledge that I did that so that it clears you out.
So the
Now,
second one.
I have to do that every time somebody. I have to go through that process for every person. So now,
Oh God.
Stobert 87. He might be joking around to help me give an example because I don't think he has 5,000 points. As a matter of fact, Stobert has. Oh, he does.
I love you,
He absolutely
man.
does. Yeah, I got a sub
Thanks for the sub, man.
from Matt. Thanks, man. So Stobert does have 5,000. You got 9,000, matter of fact. Okay, great. So here's what we do. So we're going to remove points. We're going to remove 5,000. And then we're going to go here, take his name, copy it. I'm going to acknowledge this, hoping that I don't forget it, because I won't. And then I'm going to go to the leaderboard, and I'm going to give points, and I'm going to give him 5,000 points. Okay, so good. So now we have McClancy at the top with 350,000, Stooner close behind, Boffrin in third with 100,000 less than Stooner, and then on down the line. So there's your top 25 or 25 people right there.
I'm not even in there.
And guys, you can see this list on the stream. So let me bring up, I'm going to stream my own stream. This will be crazy. Watch this. No. What happened there? I don't like that. Get that out of there. Just give me the stream, bitches. All right, let me nerf the sound so it's not doubled. So if you're on the stream on your computer, I don't think you can do this on an iPhone or tablet, but on the computer, right down below the stream, you see the Cheer Wars thing here and then the countdown. And on this countdown, you can switch to points, and you can see there's McClancy, there's Stooner, there's Boffrin, and you can scroll down forever until you can find yourself on there. So this thing has cheers, it has subs, it has chat stats, it has the store items, so you can get like advantage or a heal potion or a trap during the game and stuff. It's all there. The countdown will show you when the next stream is, and then locations will show you who's watching right now. So it says there's like 40 people in the chat, but it only shows 18 and 2 because it's doing viewers rather than people in the chat, and there is a difference. Some people are in the chat, but they don't have their screen up or whatever. You know, I don't know what the hell happens. But anyway, so that's what's up with that. So I'm going to close that. So that's gold pieces in the Deepbot and changing those into XP, which is on Stream Elements. So this is the Stream Elements website. And you guys can go to Stream. I think if you just type in streamelements.com by itself, it will take you there. And then if you're a streamer, it'll ask you, do you want to go to your dashboard? And if you're not a streamer, it should say, I think if you just go to / whatever the stream is, / rob2e, it might take you there. So it's probably going to take me to my, oh no, yeah, so here's what you guys would see. This
Okay.
broadcaster has intended for mature audiences. So then, oh no, stream. Yeah, so here's holy shit, the sound came on. So here's the stream, but then you can go here and up on the top of the site is the overview. You can tip. You can go to the stream store, and the stream store is what you want when you're doing stuff that you can buy for a game. Now, most of the stuff you can do in the chat, but then here's where you can do it directly. And you can buy inspiration, you can remove a condition, and all the games that I DM on my channel. You, man. Hey, thanks for the sub. Who was that? Oh, that was Adventurers Guild. Nice. So all of the games that I DM on my channel, you can purchase items during the game. You can give somebody a critical hit, a disadvantage, a potion of healing. You can do the convert thing for the GP. Some of the stuff's turned off there. I have other ones like long rest, short rest, resurrection, and stuff. So depending on the game or not, I might have certain ones turned off or on. So these are all the ones that are on now. And so speaking of that, on September 7th, we're starting our new game, which will be Waterdeep Dragon Heist. And I'll be DMing, and you guys can all buy these things with your XP in the chat. And some of them are cheap, and some of them aren't. For example, if you want to give a player a potion of supreme healing, that's going to cost you 10 grand. 10,000 XP. Wow, yeah. So McClancy and Stooner and those guys, they can buy anything they want. They've got enough. But if you watch the stream long enough, then you can either convert gold. Plus, you also get XP for watching in the chat. So you get GP and XP. So
is there any?
Go ahead.
Is there any other way to get points for your economy? I know Twitch is part of it, but I thought there was some other stuff that you had mentioned earlier, like subscribing and all that stuff. And
yes, you do. So if you subscribe, here, I'll show you. Let's go to follow. If you follow, you get 100 GP. So anybody that follows, then they'll get the first time they follow, they get a 100 gold pieces. If you unfollow and refollow, it doesn't do anything. You can't cheat the system that way. If you subscribe, if you do the Prime or the $4.99, you get 500 gold pieces. If you do the $10, you get 1,000. If you do the $24.99, you get 2,500. So that's good there. For donations, if you donate, you get 100 per dollar. So if you donate $5, you get 500. So that's another way to get it. And then cheering. Cheering does not get you any gold in the chat, but cheering gives me money, which is why people do it. Every bit that you cheer, I get a penny. So that's how that works. But cheering goes toward the bit boss. Hey, Sly, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Cheering does go toward the bit boss. So bottom right corner, the bit boss is currently, I can't read that. Who is that? It's Adventurers Guild. Yeah, it must be. No, Adventurers Guild. So, and the way the bit boss works, I think did we do a whole show on the bit boss? We might not have, but the way the bit boss works is all the bits you cheer, or also counting for the bit boss is like if you sub to the channel, you get that many points in bits against the bit boss. So for example, if you sub, you get 500, and if somebody subbed right now, they would knock down Adventurers Gear, because that's what he did. He subbed and then knocked down the previous person. So subscribing and cheering both count toward the bit boss.
What about YouTube and Patreon? Does that factor in, or do you have to do all that manually, or how would you do something like that?
So yes. So let's go to my dashboard here. Okay. And I have it set up for that as well, so I can show you guys. So you get 10 XP in the chat for every 10 minutes you watch, I believe.
Okay.
If you're a subscriber, you get 3 times that.
Okay.
If you follow, you get 100 XP, and you get the 100 gold pieces as well. If you tip, you get 100. If you sub, you get 1,000. If you cheer, you get 100. So bonus points for cheering 100 bits. You have to cheer at least 100, but if you cheer 100 bits, you also get 100 XP. So if you cheer 99, you don't get anything. And then if you host the stream, you also get 100. So now there was other settings, and I don't know where they are, but I know there's settings for YouTube, and I just can't remember where they are. It's been like 3 years ago I set that up.
Okay.
But almost anything you do that helps the streamer, you get something for it.
Okay.
So my throat. Okay. So that's gold pieces and XP, and we'll move on. But any questions from the chat, or Leyrun, do you have any questions?
No, I just thought that it was interesting. I didn't know.
Oh my god, I got
all
so
those
caught
things.
up. I'm so fucking full of myself talking. I forgot about the prize. Let's give the prize away.
Yeah.
Let's give it away and start another one. I can't even believe I forgot that. We don't have Fury here to yell at me. Hey, the prize, the prize. That's what she does. She yells at me. Have you given away the prize? And I forgot. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna give away the first one. Draw a winner. Boom, Jonan. All right, nice.
Jonan.
So Jonan, congrats,
man.
Jonan, you know what to do. PM me in Discord, and I need your DMs Guild email so that I can have Grim send you that prize. And I'm also gonna make a little note here. Jonan
Sweet.
was a winner there. Not Honan, but Jonan. All right, let's go right down to the next one and give that one away. So let's see what it is. The next prize is going to be 100 monster hunts. Hello. Boom. That sounds like something. 100 monster hunts. You'll never get through it. You'll never do it. But that's the. It is a Fantasy Grounds module, though.
Sweet.
So wait a minute.
I have it.
Yeah, this is the PDF for some reason. He gave me the wrong.
It's on the link on the bottom, I think.
Oh, here it is right here. Okay, so 100 there it is. 100 monster hunts. All right, so let's do it. Let's do and we'll try to I'll set an alarm on my phone so that we don't forget. So let's cancel. Let's do keyword monster for this. Let's do this is going to be 100 monster hunts. And hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes.
Your timer is set for
Siri.
5 minutes.
Okay. So good to go. Monster Hunts is in. So now, guys, if you have questions in the chat, we'll try to get to them. Leyrun should keep an eye on that in case they go by too fast. But Leyrun, did you have anything you wanted to ask me about either GP or XP?
Someone was wondering if you host someone, you don't. I think we covered it, but Adventures Guild asked, you don't get the points every time you host, though, do you? Or is it just once?
You should get the points every time you host, but only once per stream and only during live streams. So because I'm doing the big September contest, I have stopped running reruns for now. I don't have my reruns going anymore. And we'll at the end of the show we'll remind everybody about the big contest that in case you guys don't know. As a matter of fact, I'll put the link in there now if you guys want to read it. But we're doing in September. We're going to do 12 shows only. So we're going to do the Sunday night show, the Wednesday game, and the Friday game, and we're not going to do any other shows. And the reason I'm doing this is that I'm trying to make
you, man.
Yeah, I love you too. What's up? Who was that? I have my glasses. I took them off. Oh crap! I missed it. It was it was Sly has just subscribed. Thanks for the sub, Sly. I appreciate that.
Yep.
So and that Sly's going to be the new bit boss here. Watch this. So I'm trying to get partnered with Twitch, you guys. I really want to do that, and it's hard to do it. You know, they don't like the small guy, just like YouTube. YouTube's bitches though, but Twitch is not bitches. They just have a system that you got to follow. So here's what we're doing. We're having 12 shows in September, every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And if you go to that link, it shows the schedule, and on my Twitter account, I'm putting it out. And if you go to my Discord, I'll put information there. It's in the schedule part of it. It's there. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get at least 100 people to show up for each of those shows. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give away 10 prize packages.
Whoa.
And the prize package is going to be the 5e hardback book of your choice, including the new ones that come out, or the Fantasy Grounds module 5e of your choice. And of those 10 winners, one will be the grand prize winner and get 3 books and or Fantasy Grounds modules. And so those prizes are only going to be given out on the last stream if people show up to the streams and I make my goal. But during those streams, for every 50 people that show up, I'm going to give out a prize on the spot. So that's going to be like anything from the DM's Guild that you want, that has my name on it or whatever. And so there's going to be the big prizes at the end and also prizes during the stream every time the stream goes over 50, over 100, over 150, whatever it is. I'm going to just give stuff away. And you guys know me, I might give more than that away, but this could possibly cost me upwards of like $2,500 to do this contest.
Whew.
But it'll be worth it if I can get those numbers, because once you qualify to become a Twitch partner, they don't make you one automatically, but you have the qualification and you never lose the qualification. So all I need to do is make that goal and then let the rest take care of itself. But once you're partnered with Twitch, that's a big deal. You can start getting in with other streamers and making teams and doing all this kind of stuff. So I hope that works out, and I'll need everyone's help. I mean, everyone that's watching the show right now, I'll need you guys not only to show up for the shows, as many as you can,
cheerbits in the stream,
but also tell other people, Fantasy Grounds College, cheerbits. But also let others know, either D&D fans or Fantasy Grounds fans or rob2e fans. There's 3 people that can enjoy my show: D&D fans, Fantasy Grounds fans, or people that don't like either of those, but they just like me because I'm a smart ass and I tell it like it is, and I'm an acquired taste. So there you go. Adventures Guild has been dethroned by Fantasy Grounds College. All right, the raffle is closing in 30 seconds, I see there. I don't know why I put it in there twice. That's kind of odd. But Siri's going to yell at me, and then we'll go back and we'll give away the prize. This time I'm going to be ready for it. All right, here we go. So 10 seconds, and you guys, of course, are watching the stream probably about 10 seconds behind. So that's always cool because Leroon and I are in the future. That's how it works. All right, here we go. We're going to draw a winner. So the winner is going to be... Oh, yeah, okay. Thank you, Siri. Thank you for helping. We're going to draw a winner. The winner is... Boom! Vargasmic. So yay for Vargasmic.
Vargasmic.
So Vargasmic, you need to PM me in Discord and give me your DM's Guild email. If you don't have one, go make one. And then that's how we'll distribute that prize to you. Meanwhile, I will go here to the next prize, which is Marshal Arms Training Manual. That sounds awesome. I want these.
Just looking at that today.
Announcing the Martial Arts Training Manual, which contains new fighting styles, updated weapon techniques for existing 5th edition weapons, and new exotic weapons now for Fantasy Grounds. Well, there you go, everybody. So, Martial Arms Training Manual. We're going to start a contest for that. We're going to reset. We're going to go over here and call this Marshal. And we'll put this over here. And we'll start the contest, start the timer. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. I love the Australian. All right, so if you guys want that, go ahead and type in keyword Marshal, and you'll be on the list to win that. Guys, if you win a prize, try and refrain from entering and winning another one, because we want to spread around the love. So if you win something, hopefully you'll not enter your name again, because we don't want to make it so that I think you guys understand what I'm saying. All right, so we covered gold, we covered XP. We're giving away prizes. We're hot on the trail of everything. So did we have any other questions, Leroon, that people?
I couldn't tell, just a little confusion that some people had made comment about that same subject of probably not getting the 100 every time you host. So it may be just a misunderstanding how it works.
Yeah, so
That may be it.
because basically that's all computerized. So if you host the stream with your channel, it will give you the 100 points, but it has to be a live stream. It can't be a rerun, and you can only do it once a stream. So
Okay.
if you host in the first hour and then host again in the third hour, it's only going to give it to you once.
Okay. Gotcha.
So let's move to GatherBot, because that's probably the most interactive. Aside from being able to spend your XP and influence the players in the game, the GatherBot's the most interactive for people in the chat with each other and outside of game. So GatherBot, the economy in that is 2E's, right? T2E with an S, 2E's. And so I just made that up to separate it from XP or GP. So if you go over here, you can see the top McClancy 10,006, of course, has got 140,000. Stooner's got 115,000. Zeb has 98,000. So these are the top people over here. Dance Grounds College, boom. You're in prison. You're in prison right now. So this is the one. This is the one site, guys, that most of you know about. It is kind of hard. It's sort of a learning curve to get into GatherBot, because there's a lot of things you can do on GatherBot, and you kind of have to go read about it. But I mean, there are so many commands. Oh wait, no, I want to go to not the admin one, but the other one, the one that you guys see. There are so many commands on this thing. Yeah, I'll never learn. I went to the same site twice. God damn it. Let's try that again. So this is the thing that runs BitBot, but there are also commands that you can do. And look at all these commands you can do. 8-ball, arena, bank heist, beg, bet. I mean, it goes on and on. Slap, fight, and it just goes. And the higher level you get, the more stuff you can do. And this is how you can like add a shield to the bit boss and take down Kroll and win all kinds of stuff. And so this gives you 2Es, and then you can use those to do things with all these. You can spend them on these kind of commands. So McClancy and Stooner and Joe Numbers and many people. I mean, I'm leaving a lot of people out, but those guys are heavy into this. And there's even things that you can do. You can tip the streamer for free. So there's a bunch of games here. They'll populate on the right hand side here in a second. This is all stuff you can do you can load it on your smartphone or play it on your iPad or whatever. And I think it's gonna load. Hello, I did it a while ago. But there's all kinds of games that you can do, and if you play the game, it just gives me money and it doesn't cost you anything. So like Marvel Contest of Champions, Hulu subscription, if anybody buys Hulu, Arena Value, Final Fantasy 15. So it goes on and on. Neverwinter, it goes on and on and on. And it might even work. I don't know if it's just on your phone. It might also work on, I guess it says PC. So, and guys, I don't even know. I mean, Sooner and Joe Numbers were the ones that said, hey, we're playing these games. You should be getting money. And I am. I think I've made like $32 off of people that have just played these games. And it doesn't cost them anything or me anything, and then I just get money. It's a way for them to advertise, I guess. So there's a lot of stuff going on with this GatherBot. And it's gather.operaevent.co is the website. So it's crazy what's going on back there. But that is the third economy. So basically,
how do you check, Rob?
How do you check what you have?
For 2Es.
So you would go to, that's a great question. You would go to, I think if you just type, oh snap, I think the command is gather, which I just put in the chat. And if you type gather, it'll give you the link, and then it'll take you there, and you can check what you have. So let's give away a prize. Let's do it. The winner is Adventures Guild. Now, wait a minute. He typed in the chat to take him out, but he hasn't won yet. So, Adventures Guild, do you not want to be eligible for this so you can be eligible for something else, or do you want to take your win? I would think you'd want to take the win. Let's see what he says. We have to wait 10 seconds because he's behind.
Yep. Let's see.
Normally, I wouldn't. Oh, you want to be
Yes.
eligible for something else? Okay, well, so you might not get anything. Are you sure? Not okay. Well, he's going to take a chance then. Normally, I wouldn't. Normally, I wouldn't do that. If you enter, you got to just take your medicine. But he did say in the chat that he was trying to win something else. So we're going to draw a different winner then. And so the winner is Sly. Bam! There you go, Sly Little Rogue.
Woo.
Sly Little Rogue, congrats. Sly Little Rogue, please PM me in Discord your DM's Guild email, and I will put you down as the winner for this. Sly Little Rogue. So before we continue, Grim did ask that we show this next item. Now, this is not available in Fantasy Grounds, and this is not a prize for today, but he is converting it, so it will be available.
Wow.
And this is Grimlore's Grimoire. I don't know how to say that word. 54-page tome of knowledge that contains 189 new spells, which is pretty cool, for DMs and players, balanced for the D&D 5th edition rule set. So there's 31 cantrips, and then here's all the different levels and what there is. New spells for each level. And he is going to have it be a pay-what-you-want supplement. So when this comes out, I think he might charge for the Fantasy Grounds. I'm not sure about that. He didn't tell me. But the PDF you can get now for pay what you want. So if you guys want to look at it, you can go, and I'll put the link in the chat here. Because Grimlore, believe it or not, this guy does more than I do. I mean, he's like converting 5 things a day. It's crazy. I don't know. He always sends me this stuff. I'm like, how are you doing all this? I work 16 hours a day, and he's beating me. So, but he does really great work. I mean, you guys can see his modules. They're pretty awesome. So, let's go and put the next prize in before we continue. And I know, Leroon, you're excited about what we're going to get to next. I know you are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So let's put the next prize in. We'll go back up to the spreadsheet. And we'll give out our second copy of this one. So Epic Characters, we're going to give out another copy of this. And
keyword epic.
Yeah, keyword epic. That's a good call. That's a good call right there. So keyword epic. People are already typing it in, waiting for me to start it. Boom, which I have. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. So keyword epic for the 21st through 30th level D&D stuff. And let me clear out some of these windows. So I think we can move on to the thing that is unadvertised for tonight's show. We covered the chat economies, but what we wanted to do too was we wanted to show this new module that I made. And this module is called the 5e rob2e module organizer. This is available for free either on the Fantasy Grounds forums or in my Discord. If you go to my Discord and you go to the DM's Guild updates, a copy of this module is available for download right here. So this is actually not on the DM's Guild, but it is for all of my DM's Guild modules. But it's not on the DM's Guild itself. So you have to get it either on my Discord or in the Fantasy Grounds forums. And if you go to the Fantasy Grounds forums, which I will do right now, Fantasy Grounds. If you go to the forums and you go to the 5e section, because everything I do is for 5e, it is called Free rob2e DM's Guild Module Organizer. So if you don't want to come to my Discord, you can go right there and download it right here. So now we're going to show you guys what this is, because Leroon basically made me do this, and so we did. So there's the credits, blah, blah, blah. Here's the instructions. That's the important part. So this free module contains all the rob2e DM's Guild project links. Each link in the following story entry will take you to the appropriate starting place for that module. You must own said module to have it open in your library. You do not have to have the module open. Fantasy Grounds will prompt you to open it. If you do own the module, if you do not own the module, by all means, please retrieve it from a copy from the DM's Guild. Okay, so I've got a lot of these open, and maybe actually all of them I do. So here's an image, and this is a pretty cool thing because what this is.
Wow.
Is an org chart And all the modules here, let's actually move it so we can get every single thing on the screen here. Boom, like that. We'll see like that, or like that. Okay. So this is every single thing I've made to date. And it organizes it so that if you buy one of my packages, it will tell you, well, that package contains these things. So like at the top here, we have the Everything rob2e 2016 and 17, which contains these two, which contain all of these, right? So like, for example, here's the Fantasy Grounds coding package with the 4 packages in it. The spells, the feats, the classes, and the races. So if you buy this, you'd get these 4, but if you buy this one, you'd get all of these, but if you buy this one, you get all of these, right? So I don't want to make it confusing, but it pretty much, if you look at it, you can tell where things are, and then down here is everything from 2018. So
which is
this
building.
Right, and so like the Wizard Spellbook I just did like 4 or 5 days ago, that's right here. So the pins in here...
Ooh.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Flash Flood. Yeah, Flash Flood. I'm going to say that's what that is. It took me a minute. So if you click on the pins, not each one of them are pinned, because every time I update this, I'd have to do like 45 pins. So I'm just doing the packages. But like, for example, if you click on this pin, it literally takes you to the DM's Guild, and here's that so you can get it or whatever you want to do. And if you want to see what's in a package, you can read it here, or like say I want to see what's in the 2016 package. So you go there, and there's the 2016 package, and it contains all these titles right here like that. So that's how you would look at it. So that's the graphic, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Now, what will happen is anytime I add a thing, this graphic will change, and then in like Christmas or New Year's, I'm going to shift to having it all be 2016 through 2018 and combine everything and make a new package, and who the fuck knows what I'm going to do. But it's going to get crazy and it's going to get huge, and I might have to find a different org chart maker, because this is all just done in this was done in it does this automatically for you in Google Sheets, and I imagine Excel does it as well. But
Sweet.
then once it starts spreading wide, I'm going to have to change it to up and down, or I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. But anyway, for now, that's it. So rob2e Fantasy Grounds module. So now you open this up, and this gives you oh no, we have to pause, everybody. We've got to give away a prize if I didn't have the timer on. All right, here we go. So this is now for the Epic Characters module. Really awesome. And the winner is, boom, Gus Bryant. So congrats to Gus Bryant. I'm gonna switch right over here, put Gus Bryant as the winner for that. So Gus Bryant, please PM me in Discord. If you are not a member of my Discord, you would simply go to this link. And Magmar Weg, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate that. And we'll go to our next prize. So Gus Bryant, just go ahead and PM me in Discord and give me your DM's Guild email. And guys, if you win a prize, don't make me chase you. Just please email me, or please PM me your email for DM's Guild so I can give you the prize. All right, we're going to go to the next one. So I'm going to reset it. The next prize is the 100 monster hunts. So we're going to make that keyword 100. What's up? Keep it 100, everybody. Keeping it 100. So the 100 monster hunts Fantasy Grounds version. If you would like to win this and you haven't won today, then you can enter this contest. We're going to start it. Start the timer. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. And then we'll
5 minutes and counting.
5 minutes and counting, and we'll go right back over here. So I've organized all the modules that I've made. Now, guys, this doesn't include any of my collaborations. So like all the stuff I've done with other authors. I have about 82, 83 titles on the DM's Guild, and half of those are with other authors. But this only concerns the ones that I made just for myself. And I categorize them into 4 categories: DMs, players, both, or the packages. So when you scroll down here, you see the DMs, the 200 critical fumble tables, the Unknown Whom adventure, Fantasy Ground Sounds, Magic Shops, Random Encounter Creator, random monster tables, and random trap times. And so, again, it goes down to the players. And I'm not going to read all through these, but here's the player ones, which is all the coding packages, the 200 wild magic for the sorcerer, the Defier class, the Dragonlord class, all the codings, everything. And then down here, the ones that people can use that are seemingly for both players and DMs, which is the conditions and effects, the wizard spellbook generator, because the spellbook generator can be a parcel item, or it can be if a person plays a wizard and they want to pick random spells and role play what spells they get rather than cherry picking them. They can do that. And then the reincarnation race tables. And then down here are all the packages. And basically the package links are the same links that are from that graphic that I showed before. So like, let's just, Leroon, just pick an example of any module and I'll click on it and we'll see what it looks like.
Okay. So what? Okay, let's look at the DM one. The DM section. So what does the let's just say the monster tables, why would I want that, or the trap tables?
Okay.
As a DM, what would I use that? How would I do it?
So the monster tables roll random monsters. So let's open that. Let's go to monster tables. It's going to open the instructions. And this monster table, I don't want to read through it verbatim, but it basically tells you that it'll roll a random monster for the CR level that you choose. And the reason I made this, and it'll pick from the Monster Manual, Volo's Guide, Tome of Beasts, 5th Edition Foes, Monsters of the Guild, Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, and the Creature Codex when it comes out, when I finish doing that, in God knows when. It's not even out yet. Now, you don't have to own all of these. There's actually, as a matter of fact, you don't have to own any of those. There's one that'll do it with just the SRD. So if you don't own any of those books, you can still use this. And the reason I did this was I did it because I made this. The most popular thing I sell is the 200 critical item fumble. This is by far the most popular thing that's ever been sold by me. And so on that table, it says a random monster of the party's level, CR level of the party, comes onto the scene. And so because that was in that table, I went and made this whole other thing, which is the random monster tables. So now, let's go look at the random monster tables. Where is that in here? Random monster tables revamped. Okay. So you'll see that for every CR level, there is a table. And the reason 28 and 29 don't exist is there is actually no CR 28 or 29 monsters in any of those books. There's not, which is really weird. But let's say I want a CR 5 monster. So I would go here, and I'd roll it, and boom, there it is. And the monster is Ice Elemental. And it tells me, hey, that's in the Monsters of the Guild book. You have to open that. And I say, okay, fine. And then there's the Ice Elemental right there. So that's it.
That's cool.
So that's how you use that.
Let's look at one of the players. One of the player.
How about the Wizard Spellbook?
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, actually, that's under both. Let's look at race ability and modifiers and key class stats. So this is just a player aid. I made a few charts. I made spells and cantrips known, race ability modifiers, feat list, quick class list, background proficiencies. So I made like 5 of these tables when I first started playing because I was so frustrated with having to flip through the player's handbook and go to 9 different pages because I couldn't tell, I want to, well, what race should I be? So let's look at the race ability modifiers and key class stats. So this table right here is pretty cool because if you're building a character, you can go right here and you can look at any, because when you're making a character and you're doing your stats, you're like, well, I want to add 2 to my wisdom and 1 to my dex. So who can do that? Well, you go 2 to wisdom and 1 to strength. Let's see, is there any other 2 to wisdom and so there is no 2 to wisdom and 1 for dex. That was a bad example. But you see, you can go through every race and it'll tell you what gets added to which thing and what the source is. Elemental Evil, Volo's Guide to Monsters, DMG, and Volo's Guide. And it goes all the way down. And then at the bottom, it tells you the key class stats. Strength is for Barbarian, Fighter, Paladin, Dexterity, Fighter, Monk, Rogue, Ranger, and so on and so forth. And then it gives you the sources there. So that's just a little simple table, but it is unbelievably useful when you're making a character and you don't want to have to flip to all the race. Imagine trying to look up each one of these races one at a time, either in the player's handbook or over here on the side, going to races and doing it that way. You'd drive yourself nuts. So it's all right there.
Wondering why
And,
it wasn't included in some of the official books. I mean, something like this.
well, the reason is so that I can do it and make the big money. That's how come. All right, so we're going to draw for the 100 monster hunts and see who wins. Bam. Alexandria. Okay, so Alexandria,
Cool.
please, let me write her name down over here. So please PM me in Discord so that I can get your DMs Guild email and send you that prize. And then we'll give out the next one. Grimlore, giving out the prize packages tonight. Big time.
Yeah.
Martial Arms Training Manual. So that's going to be the next prize we give out. So we're going to make the keyword arms, because that's funny. And then I'll put it in here. And I'll reset. Start the contest and the timer. Hey Siri, set timer for 5 minutes. And so keyword arms, guys, if you want to win that. And back to what we were doing. So that is the example of that.
It's very useful.
Let's look at the Wizard Spellbook, because that's fun. I just did that. As a matter of fact, one of my users emailed me and challenged me to do it. He's like, when are you going to make a Wizard Spellbook? And I was like, oh, God. And I thought about it in my head, and I thought, oh, it's going to take me forever. And then I knocked it out in a day because I just couldn't. It was weighing on my conscience. So, random Wizard Spellbook. So, this, believe it or not, the only sources that have spells are the Player's Handbook, Sword Coast Adventure's Guide, and Xanathar's Guide. Now, the Elemental Evil supplement does have spells, but all of those spells were either duplicated and or changed in Xanathar's. So really, those are the only 3 books that have spells in them. So this builds a spell book of any level from those sources. And once again, if you don't own any of those sources and all you have is the SRD, I have a version for that as well. So there's 2 versions. There's one that uses these books and then one that uses the SRD only. So let's go find this Wizard Spellbook random. Here it is right here. So we're going to do, oh no, that's the SRD only. Yeah, we want the regular one. Okay, here we go. So story templates. So you tell me, Leverin, which level spellbook?
I would like to look at a 3rd level spellbook.
A 3rd level spellbook. Okay, here we go. So it's a story template. So I'm going to click generate. And it's going to give me the 3 cantrips you get at 3rd level. It's going to give me, at 1st level, you get 6 1st level spells. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more for 2nd level. And then at 3rd level, you get 2 2nd level spells. And then down below here, it's giving you the links for the cantrips, the 1st level, and the 2nd level spells. So realizing, of course, that spell books don't have cantrips in them, but I made a note about that in the instructions because I included cantrips so that if a person is making a character and they're using this for the express purposes of getting random spells, it will include the cantrips. Now, luckily, I don't see, oh yeah, there is duplication. So Magic Missile, in Fantasy Grounds, there's no way to, the programming isn't sophisticated enough to tell it, hey man, if you roll this, don't roll it again. So there's 2 Magic Missiles here. So since I have a 1st level spell I need to replace, I would just go to the 1st level link, click on roll it, and I would choose Find Familiar instead. Making sure that Find Familiar wasn't on here. Right, so then there you go. So there's my whole spell book. And then I would either build that on my character, or I would make a spell book for a treasure parcel. And there you go. So for fun, everybody wants to see the 20th level spell book, so let's look at it. And so you see in here, it's going to roll 5 cantrips, 8 1st levels, 4 for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. And then the reason 9th level spells, you get 9th level spells at like level 17, and you get 2 per level. So this assumes you're going to take the highest level of spells that you can when you level up. So you could make the 9th level 2 and then go and change each of these to 5 or whatever. You can go in here into the template before you do it and change these numbers to make it what you would want to be. But let's see what the 20th level spellbook looks like. Jesus. Look at that shit. So there's your 5 cantrips, no duplicates. First level doesn't look like any duplicates. And then it goes on and on. There's second level, third level. Okay, there's a duplicate in third level, so we would re-roll that. No duplicates in fourth, no duplicates in fifth, no duplicates in sixth. Same there. Same there. And there's your 9th level spells. All original, except for Power Word Kill. So I would have to re-roll a 3rd level and a 9th level, which I can just go right here, boom, like this. Re-roll. 9th level. Re-roll. And there's my 2 other spells that I'll use. So there you go.
Sweet.
Really cool. So that's a couple of examples. And again, if you let's say let me go here to modules and just nerf a bunch of these and just like close them out and pretend I don't own them. It's all rob2e all the time in here. Look at that shit. Oh, I know what I'm trying to do. I keep duplicating stuff. I'm trying to take them away. As a matter of fact, let's say I didn't own any rob2e modules. Okay, all right, Siri, thank you. We appreciate it. Let me go give away the prize. Okay, here we go. We're going to draw the prize right now. The prize is Matt Curie. Maticuri, I think it's pronounced.
Yep, Modifiers.
Maticuri. So congrats to Maticuri. I'm going to put Maticuri's name down over here as the winner for that. And I'll probably give something away at the end if people stick around. So we're not going to do the contest now, but I'll give away. So Maticuri, please PM me in Discord and give me your DMs Guild email, and I'll make sure you get that prize. And let's go back over here and let me continue to nerf some of these and get them out of my library. And I'm going to pretend here, I have so many, I've got to just unload everything. I'm going to pretend that I don't own any of my modules and that I just have the free module organizer and see what happens when I try to open stuff that I don't have. So good. So all I have open in my library, the encounter creator takes forever because he's got like 2,000 tables in it. All right, so that's the only one I have in my library. That's it. That's all I have. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to go, okay, let's see. What's Rob have here? What is this? What's happening? Oh, here's all his modules. Cool. Oh, I want to let me check out the critical hit and fumble tables. And it says, oh, you don't own that. Or if you do own it, open in your library. Now, I do own it. It is in my library, obviously, because I have, like, why would I not have everything I have? But it's not open in my library. So if you click this and don't own it, it's just not going to do anything. But if you do own it, you're going to click on it, and it'll open it up, and it'll open the instructions right there like that. And you can see the critical hit, how it works. If you roll a d6, and if you get a 3 through a 6, it goes there. Same thing with the fumble. And then if you want to look at the tables, they're in there. Critical hit effects, which of course has 200 entries on it. Everyone loves it. Everyone's favorite one is when you roll it and it says everybody switches character sheets and plays the other guy's character and everybody freaks out. That's my favorite one.
Where's the spells by level table that you made? You remember?
Spells by level.
I think you put out an accessory. I think it's just a chart, kind of like the race one.
Yes.
I found that very handy because.
Oh, okay. So the spells by level is something that I have on the DMs Guild.
Uh-huh.
And I'll show it to
spells
everybody.
by class or something like that.
Well, it's just, you're talking about the entire spell list.
It's something like that, but it has to do with the classes, like your starting level and gives you spells by level.
So there's a confusion. So the one you're talking about. Okay, well let me tell the other one first. So there is a module that I have on the DMs Guild. It's a PDF only, but it also goes. You get access to a Google sheet, and it's every spell in the game, and you can organize them by alphabetized, by level, by if it is whether it uses components, and it's all. But that's not in Fantasy Grounds because that's just a list, and it's just a PDF and a Google list. But the one you're talking about is called Spells and Cantrips Known, Prepared, and
Yeah,
Recovery per class. Again,
that's
this
the
is
one.
something that you would use when you're building your character. And you want to know what the ability is for spell casting. How many cantrips do you start with? How many spells do you start with? What is the number of spells you prepared? Which spells are available? And when do you regain your expended spells? So, like, for example, everybody knows the wizard has arcane recovery, and they get half of their spells back on a short rest. The warlock gets all of their spells back on a short rest, but they don't have very many spells. So this will tell you, if you're planning out your character and you're like, well, what do I want to do? This has everything all listed right here for all the casters. So you can, like, what made me make this was somebody said, oh, come play in a game, but can you be a caster? And I said, okay.
Sweet.
And I thought, I want to, and this is when I first started D&D, and I didn't know the rules, and I didn't know what the hell's going on.
Well,
And I said,
I was going to say the most basic ones that you've done are actually to me, I've used those more than anything because
oh yeah, because the 5 basic ones that I've done, that basically that look like charts like this, I use all or most of those every single time I build a character.
that is sweet.
So, but imagine my my first day playing 5e, I didn't know what the hell was going on, I didn't know anything. And I was like, okay, I definitely want to get a caster who can get spells back not on a long rest. I don't want to have to take a long rest. So I went and I said, okay, I can play a druid or a monk or a wizard or a warlock. And those are the ones that get things back, either key points or spell slots, that you don't have to take a long rest. So now instead of thinking about 12 classes, I only have to think about 4. And so,
very
again,
useful.
Yeah, super useful for character building. So the ones for character building that are really useful are the Wizard Spellbook, the Spells and
That one.
Cantrips Known, the Race Ability Modifiers, the Feat List. And again, the Feat List it lists all the feats in the game, and it tells you the prerequisite, what it does to your ability score, the benefits of the feat, which there might be 3 from, and then the source it came from. And it goes and it lists every feat, no matter what it's from. It's in there.
Sweet.
So that's one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the class list, Quickstart, and the background. So there's 6 of them. Background, proficiencies, languages. Again, just a chart that lists every background and what it does for you. So when you're making your character, you can be like, oh man, I took this class and I have these skill proficiencies. What background would give me history and survival? Well, it's the archaeologist. There it is. Boom. What background is going to give me stealth and acrobatics? Is there one? I don't know.
You know what almost comes to mind is a rob2e character creation essentials. That's what comes to mind.
Yeah, well, and then I did, like, and of course I'm Mr. Fantasy Grounds, right? But I did do something for people that aren't Fantasy Grounds people, but it just, I mean, I swear to God, it's only sold 2 copies. Let me see if I can find it here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it sold 2 copies. I did this like 3 months ago. See if I can find it here. Here it is, right here. So it's rob2e's 5e tools and charts, and this is not Fantasy Grounds. This is just all of these things. Basically everything I've ever done in a PDF, including Unknown Whom. It's there. So the critical hits, the wild magic, Unknown Whom, background proficiencies, class starts, Defier class, Dragon Lord class, feat list benefits, race ability modifiers, reincarnation race table, spell list with all info, and spells and cantrips known. So all of those, PDF form only, worth $23.60 if you buy them individually, for $11.95. That's 50% off. And I mean, how many have I sold? I swear to God. Let me go find out. I think it's 2. Now I have to
Wow.
know. So let me go to account.
I mean, that would be
And
awesome for face-to-face games if you had those printed out.
yeah, if you had them printed out, and if you buy the Fantasy Grounds modules, you get the PDFs anyway. But this was for people that are like, I don't play Fantasy Grounds. What the hell is Fantasy Grounds? There's, those of us that love Fantasy Grounds, there's only a certain subset of us out there. So let me go back a year, which is long enough, and I'll go look for that PDF thing.
After that, I'd like to see the meme. There was a meme about
Oh, the
Fantasy
meme.
Grounds.
Yeah. I'll show the meme. Okay, I'll show the meme. So is it tools and charts? Wait, where is it? How come it's not showing up highlighted like it's supposed to?
I don't know.
There's a lot of things, guys. Okay. There it is, rob2e PDF. So 3 copies it sold.
Wow.
So
I mean, that's unrealized.
It's unrealized, and I think people when they see my name, they think, oh, Fantasy Grounds. People don't think of me as a PDF guy, even though I've done many of them. So June 11th. So what is this? July, August. So it's been up for more than 2 months. It's been up for like 9 weeks, and I've sold 3 copies of it. So anyway,
I wonder if it's just a name change or something that might help.
Well, I mean, it's
just an idea.
the cover is very noticeable. It's all fucking obnoxious. Like, look at me. 12 items, 50% off. You'd think at least people would see that and read it, right? So then you're going to come here and you can click on each one of these and see, like, what is this? Adventure Unknown Whom? And it takes you over there. And of course, if you buy Unknown Whom from me, you get the Fantasy Grounds and the PDF, at least at this point. I'm thinking about splitting those out, but, so many people have it anyway. It doesn't really matter. So anyway, that's the whole thing.
Darth Vader.
All right. Darth Vader. Okay, yeah, we'll show that and we'll give away the prize and end the show because we've done an hour and 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right, so the meme Leroon is talking about some meme I made today, so let me go find it. I'll just go here and I'll open it up. It's going to be in my pictures right here. Non-Fantasy Grounds users, you don't know the power. And then right before the show, I had this Fantasy Grounds thing was up here in the corner, so if you guys saw my Twitter account today or I posted it in my Discord, you'll see the Fantasy Grounds thing up here. But Leroon made me move it down, and then we cut Darth Vader's hand out and put it over the top, so it looks like he's holding it. So that's what we did. So that's funny.
That's awesome.
So if you guys want that meme, it's
$9.99.
No. I was gonna try. What's the best way? Because I can't. There's no link to it, but
Go to your Discord.
I'll post it in my Discord. I'll post the new one in my Discord right now. If you guys want to copy it, you can. So let me go here. Oh wait, let me welcome Grimlore. That's Grim, everybody. Grim.
Hey, Grim.
So let me put I'll put that in here. Boom, like that, right like that, right like that. Boom. It's done. So you guys can copy that and post it if you want on Twitter, Facebook, and whatnot. Instagram, all this other stuff. Here's all the prize winners. Gimme right there.
Yep.
So good. So we covered that. I think we're done.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give away something now. You guys are how many people we got? Did we break any kind of record today? I don't think so.
Oh, we were up to 42 or
48.
something at one point.
Yeah. And I think the record's like 65 or something, but whatever. And I don't know, guys. I'm hoping you guys will all help me out by showing up in September, but I need to get 100 people in the chat 12 times in a row. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it does, it's going to be super awesome.
We have 3,000 people in the college. I don't know why we can't have at least 100.
Well, I mean, how many people in the college hate me? I'm not helping Rob. Fuck that guy. I know at least one. So I hope you guys will help me, but I am going to give away something right now to demonstrate how awesome I am.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to do a contest right now as we end the stream. Anybody can enter, even if you've won today already, you can still enter this. So anybody can enter this. This will be for anything I have on the DMs Guild, including packages, including the big package.
Whoa.
As a matter of fact, no. Not that. I'm going to give
Okay.
away whoever wins. I'm going to give them everything. I'm going to give them the 2016-17, and I'm going to give them everything I've done from 2018. So not stuff I've done with other authors. I will give the winner the choice. They can have any one thing I've done with another author, or they can have everything I've ever done. I would imagine that's what you would pick.
Woo.
But I'll give you that choice. So this is going to be the super awesome.
The biggin.
Biggin. Yeah, we're going to call it the biggin. I like it. The super awesome
The
biggin.
biggin.
Okay. And as a matter of fact, we're going to do this on a 3-minute timer. Hey Siri, set timer for 3 minutes.
So while you're doing that, I think that's really cool that Grimlore came out with those gifts. He's been giving you lots of
Yeah, so
prizes
Grimlore,
to give out.
you guys should definitely support him as well. He gave us 6 prizes today, and he's given us things already before 3 or 4 times. So he's probably been our most prolific prize giver.
And I've
Usually,
actually purchased his stuff on the DMs Guild, so you guys are lucking out big time.
oh, they're loading up for the big prize.
Oh yeah.
And by
Get
the
on
way,
in.
those anybody, so you guys all know I changed every module I own. Has an update thing in the here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Anyone you go to has, if you go to the story, it's got an updates thing, and this has a link to my Discord, and it tells you here's how you know what's been updated lately, because Drive-Thru RPG sends an email to everybody that's ever bought any particular product when it's updated. DM's Guild does not do that as of yet. Still, after 3 years. They don't do that, so you have to update manually. But if you go to my Discord and you go to the channel that says DM's Guild Updates, you'll see everything. Like, for example, today I updated the Citadel of the Raven. There was a mistake in it, and I fixed it. But as of 2 days ago, I updated every single fucking thing there is, all 82, whatever the hell it is. So if you own any of my stuff and you haven't updated it in the last 2 days, you need to go to the DM's Guild and update every single thing you own. And then
We did a little QA.
Yeah, this little thing right here will help you to organize everything. And then anytime I update something, and you guys, hey, I wonder if Rob's update, I wonder if there's a new version of this. Just come here, and I'll put the date in here and what it is. And this used to be a giant list, but the reason there's only one thing in there now is because 2 days ago I did everything. So if you guys own any of my stuff on the DM's Guild, I'm making people type Rob is awesome. That's funny. I already forgot I did that. So yeah, if you guys own any of that stuff, you need to go and update it, because I did some title changes. I recategorized things. So for example, when you open stuff in your library, all my stuff will be together under 5e rob2e modules. So they'll all be nice and tight all together there. And you know, just for better organization. I mean, 3 years ago, it's not, I keep saying 3 years, but it's only January of 2016, so not quite 3 years. But I had no idea. I mean, you know, I've told this story many times. The first thing I did was I made the class list thing, and I put it up on the DM's Guild, and I made like 5 cents. And I'm like, cool. And then now look at me. It's out of control. I'm obsessed, and I'm crazy, and I work on this all the time, and I don't leave the house, and I don't have friends, and that's how it works.
Although I'm going to see you in a couple weeks, though.
Yeah, I'm going to see you in, as a matter of fact, I'll be seeing you, oh, there it is, everybody, it's go time. I'll be seeing you in, what is it, like 12 days?
Yeah, 31st.
Leroon and I are having lunch with John Gregory, JPG from the forums, the other owner of Smiteworks, Doug's partner. That's what we're having lunch with, only because he lives in Seattle, and I told him, come to lunch. All right, we're going to draw the winner. Here we go. 20 people, 21 people entered. And the winner is, bam, Winter69. So congrats.
Yes.
Winter69. And by the way, everybody who won today was a follower, so I didn't have to yell at anybody. That was awesome. So let me go right over here and put, I'm going to erase this as a matter of fact, because we promoted that for him. So rob2e prize package.
So please take the gift. Give Rob your DM's Guild email address. And if you don't have one, go to the DM's Guild, sign up, get your PayPal set up, whatever you got to do. And also make sure that you're going to keep the prize. We're not going to re-gift. So make sure that you keep it and you're going to use it.
Right. Whenever we give away prizes on the show, the winner of the gift has to keep the gift. You can't. It's just too hard to keep track. Some people have won before and said, "Hey, you know what? Let me donate that. Just give it to the next week's people or whatever," which is a nice thought, but it's just a lot to keep track of. So if you win something, that's yours, and if you don't want it, then we just forget about it. But the only exception we ever do is if we give away a license, which we have given away. Fuck, how many have we given away licenses on this
Dozen
channel?
or so.
Yeah, like forever. That is something that you can win and then give it to your friend or your gaming partner or your son or daughter or whatever, someone that you'd like to have a fantasy grounds with. But that's the only exception is the license, because that's easily transferable to a different person. But if you win one of the prizes that we give away like this, you should claim that for yourself.
And it takes us almost a week to track people down and get the prizes out.
Yeah, if you don't PM me in Discord, I have to come chase you down. And I mean,
That's discouraging.
It's not a fun thing to have to do. So I really appreciate the prize winners. And usually, like right now, I can look here in my Discord and see that most people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So almost everybody has. And I'm sure the only one that hasn't is the one that just won the prize right now. So I might have everybody's name there. So that's good.
Yep.
Let's talk about the future shows.
Sure.
Next
Let's
week,
look at it.
we are going to talk about, oh, you know what? Spellbook generation. I just did that. That might have to go off the list. I mean, I basically just covered it. So let's scratch that.
All right,
So,
Rob,
do you think we can get top 10 tips together by next week?
I think we can do it, but we have to put it in the right place to get more information too.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. We are going to do a show next week, which we're just deciding right now. It's going to be top 10 tips. So on the FGC Discord and on my Discord, keep your eye open for this poll. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do a poll of, we only have a few now, but we're going to make 30 tips, like the Fantasy Grounds Friday tips that I put out, or anything you guys can think of. If you can think of any good tips that you think everybody should know, fuck this. Holding Alt, oh god, I don't even want to know. I don't want anybody to know that. I hope nobody saw that. People are going to be going, what is he talking about? They're going to be going back on YouTube looking for that. But if you guys know any good tips that you want players or DMs to know about Fantasy Grounds, let us know that. And we will include them in the poll. And then the top 10 that make it on the poll, we'll show those tips in Fantasy Grounds on next week's show. And, of course, we'll give away prizes. So we got a show next week. Week after that, no show because I'll be at PAX. I'll be at Seattle. And then we'll have shows for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. And then no show October 21st. But other than that, other than those 2 weeks, September 2nd and October 21st, we'll have shows every other time. Even though there's a blank spot here, there'll still be a show.
Right. If you guys have any show ideas, let us know.
Yeah, and last minute for any questions. If you guys have any questions about Fantasy Grounds, doesn't have to be about what we talked about on tonight's show. It can be about anything. Just type them in the chat and we'll answer them for you. And then otherwise, we're going to shut her down.
Yep. I'll tell you what, Rob. I'm gonna have a talk with you after the show.
Okay.
And we're gonna do something together.
So Rogue wants another women in gaming thing.
Maybe this fall.
We could do that again, although I don't know what we would cover that we didn't cover. So I don't know anything new we would have to say. The only thing that would be different is if we got new women and not the same ones we had before, which we could do. So I will put that down. I'm going to call it New Women in Gaming.
So GeoQuester said he missed the episode. Can you review it for me? So he missed this.
Oh, by the way, yes, I will review it. The review is this. Hold on. What we talked about on tonight's show was the Grim and the Wicked Kickstarter. And we spent the entire show talking about this Kickstarter right here, which I'm going to put the link for in the chat, just for Geo since he missed it. So we spent the entire show talking about this awesome Kickstarter here, which is Grim and the Wicked, a D&D 5e campaign that will be available in PDF format and also Fantasy Grounds format. It's done by a guy named JP, quote, GeoQuester, quote, Quinn. So I don't know if you guys have heard of him. But anyway, he's doing a Kickstarter right now. He's got 12 days left in the Kickstarter, and the link's in the chat for you guys to take a look at it. And so we basically just went over all this information here and what's in the Kickstarter. We talked about the fulfillment on drive-thru. We talked a little bit about the stretch goals that are on there. And so, yeah, sorry you missed that, buddy. But that's pretty much what we spent the whole show talking about. So if you're interested in that, just go to that link that's in the chat, and you'll be all set.
Yep. I'm invested.
I'm invested. Yeah, I supported that as well. So both Leroon and I have been supporting that. Okay, next week's show, we covered it. It's done. I'm gonna start closing crap.
Right.
Oh my God, I can't show that. Close that down, Jesus. Oh my God, I don't want to show that either. What can I? I better fucking.
Whoa.
Here we go. There we
Shut
go.
that down.
Go back to the slides. So
Whoa,
if you got any, Rob, I thought you said you were the one that designed this new module. Adventure Skills trying to fuck me. No, I was not the one that designed that. Oh, I designed the not the Kickstarter. I don't know what he's trying to do. Grim says it looks epic. Otherwise, when we'll see this episode available, episode will be available on YouTube. In 4 hours. Yeah,
Oh,
4
4.
hours. Patrols of okay, yeah, Adventure Skills laughing. So there's GeoQuester, everybody. He's the one that made the Kickstarter, and you should all support it. Just do it.
Do it.
What else? I think that's it, isn't it, Leroon?
Yeah, we'll try to get that poll done hopefully by the end of this week before the show gets up here.
Yeah,
maybe
I mean, if I know what the tips are, I can pretty much do it 5 minutes after we decide. But we would like to maybe have a few hours lead time. So we'll say that maybe Saturday midnight, Saturday going into Sunday midnight is when the cutoff will be, and then we'll take the top 10 and do it that way. But we need to get that poll up. We'll try and get it up tonight, guys. We'll try, and Leroon and I will work it out and try to get it up tonight. So you guys will have at least like 6 days to vote on it. Yep. So I think that's it. Anything else? Any last words, anybody?
Nope.
All right, that's it. So we hope Fury feels better, and thanks again to my co-host Leroon, and thanks to all of you, especially thanks to all of you guys for hanging out and being at the show with us. So I guess we'll see you tomorrow if you're going to come back for Module Creation Monday. I am doing that tomorrow, so we'll see you back here for that. And thanks again, everybody, and until next time, good gaming, everyone.